what's going on YouTube? Alex here, the Kirby family. Hope you're doing great today. Out here at Haven Hill to show you guys a little bit around the property and to talk a little bit about kind of the story of it, how we found it, how God led us to this property after 2 long years of searching, and to kind of give you a little bit of an insight of what we're going to be doing over the next several episodes of our channel here as we develop the property. So first off, the first thing we did, we just prayed for a long time. We sold our tiny house. We lived in a 399 square foot tiny house for 2 years, and we sold our tiny house back in November, and we started praying for land to come more abundantly fast. We've been looking for really 24 months, but actively we were looking for about 8. And so every night I get online, look for land, couldn't find anything. But originally we were looking for 2 to 5 acres of land. It's about to storm up in here. And originally we were looking for 2 to 5 acres of land, and we just couldn't find anything. Nothing good, nothing in our price range. And then we bumped it up. The way we found this place is we bumped it up to 6 to 10 acres. And I actually looked in an area of town that I didn't normally look. And this happens to be in the town of Irmo, but it's zoned for schools that are different than that. So I guess a lot of people might have missed it. And so boom, we found it. So it's 9 acres in Ballantyne, South Carolina. Absolutely gorgeous. It was clear cut. I think roughly 7 years ago, the owners previously said, but they left a lot of the beautiful hardwoods, and it's just amazing. You know, one of our big keys for finding land was to buy land but not woods. So for us, we wanted usable land, and here at Haven Hill, it's really usable. We're gonna build a disc golf course here. I'm a huge nerd about disc golf, love disc golf. We're gonna build a field for games and football and baseball and stuff like that. And then we're gonna have 4 structures on the property. So for us, usable space was more important than just having like 50 acres of woods. So we found this land in March. We put an offer on it within a couple weeks. So it took 70 days for us to close because of the coronavirus. So we were supposed to initially have a 30-day close as long as the land perked, which that means that they can put a septic tank on it. But the coronavirus pushed a lot of things back. Our counties were closed and paperwork and such, so it was crazy. But everything worked out great. And so we're going through a 7-phase development plan is what we're calling it. And we just got done with phase 1. And so what that was, the phase 1 was clearing all of the saplings that had grown up on the property. It had been cut 7 years ago, so there are a lot of saplings. And then the second one is the grading of the land. So they do what's called rough grade, which means they try to get up as many roots as possible, trees, sticks, pine cones, all the little stuff, and they try to thin it out for you. So in order so they can build the driveway, and then hydro seed, which is a couple more phases coming down. So the grading process was, and grading and clearing was phase 1. And so what you'll see here is that it took him about 8 days to clear the property. That's 8 days in total. He did 5 work days and then 2 work days, or 1 work day the next week, so 8 days in total. So the company I hired did an amazing job. They put things in piles because our responsibility is to come in and burn all of the debris piles. It costs way too much money to haul it away. So we decided we burn ourselves. And when I say ourselves, me, not Sage and Faith. So, and then the other thing that you're seeing is the grading. So the terrain was way worse when we got here because it was clear cut and just had never been taken care of. This is actually a property that was 200 years was used as farmland. And there was a lot of hills and stuff because that's the way they had to keep the water flow back in the day. But so the company I hired brought in a machine and they tilled up the land, so to speak, to get up the roots and to make it as flat as possible. So that was phase 1. It took roughly 2 weeks. We're just wrapping up today. And then we start on phase 2. And that'll be in the next video next week. And that is the driveway, which is 900 feet long. And we are also doing the pad for the Hoover building. So the area where they're building the house, they gotta build it up so that you can build on top of it. So our plans are in this, throughout the phases is to build 4 structures. We're standing on right here where we will build our house. So it's gonna be roughly 3 to 3,500 square feet. And this is the high point. Like I said, the terrain here is amazing. So you're gonna see in the back of the property, it's a valley and it's really beautiful. So the water flows down there, so we wanna build up here. So we're building a house here. Over here in front of the house to the right will be a storage building for like lawn mowers out here. We're gonna have 6 acres to mow out here, 3 acres of woods, 6 acres of hydro seed and grass to cut. So we'll have a camper, we'll have hopefully a boat one day, maybe like a small fishing boat or something. And then my lawn mowers and my equipment. So that'll be up there. And then in the back of the property, we can walk down here. This is where we're putting the metal building. Some of you guys are calling it pole barns. Some of you guys are calling it metal buildings. I kind of like the term barnuminium. So where I'm standing right here is where we're building the Hoover metal building, the barnuminium. We're gonna build a pad of 50 by 40. The building is gonna be a 40 by 30, but we wanna have a little space for porches and stuff. So our property is really split up into 2 sections. 6 acres in the front before the slope, and that's, you know, flatter. And then we have a nice gradual slope of about 120 feet. And then there's 2.5 to 3 acres here in the back where we're gonna have fun. We're gonna build a fun house over here. The metal building will be here, and they'll both be directioned at this beautiful valley at the bottom of the property. Maybe my favorite thing is the beautiful terrain back here. It's so beautiful. So they're gonna start the Hoover building in 2 weeks, so really excited about that. And it's actually while we're on vacation, so that's kind of crazy. But they're building the pad here in the next couple days, so it's gonna be cool. They're gonna have to grade it and all that stuff. So pretty excited. Got some good backdrop of trees back here. And then, the other thing is the driveway wraps around the backside of the property, so that this area that you'll see down here in front of the house to the right of the metal building will be a parking area for like all our guests and stuff when they come over to play. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of the Kirby Family Channel. Please come back next week and join us for phase number 2 of our development of our land here at Haven Hill. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate your support always, and thanks for watching.